So this is kind of a different animal. We have a fourth root here of 48. And the thing I want to mention is if you try to multiply something by itself 4 times and land on 48, that's just not going to happen. So we've got to go back to, I don't know what grade you learned this type of thing in. I think it's like 3rd or maybe 4th grade. It's called a factor tree. But the general idea here is to take 48 and to keep breaking it down to get a bunch of prime numbers. And you can break 48 down a lot of ways. Like I started with 24 times 2. That was prime, so I broke 24 to 12 and 2. But you could have started out with a 16 and a 3 or other things. But ultimately, no matter how you do it, you're going to end up with 4 2s and a 3. So 48 is the same thing as 2 to the 4th times 3. And when we're doing this kind of thing, that is where you want to start, by getting this prime factorization of the number itself. So that means that the 4th root of 48 really is the 4th root of 2 to the 4th times 3. Now we already know that we can break radicals up over multiplication, so I can think of this as the 4th root of 2 to the 4th times the 4th root of just plain old 3. And this part, this is just going to become 2, and we'll have 4th roots of 3. Now that's the final answer. And if that makes sense to you, why 4 times 2 to the 4th just becomes a 2, you can stop the video right now. But if you're going like, what just happened? Here's what's happening. If I have a 4th root of 2 to the 4th, let me break it down this way. What is 2 to the 4th? 2 to the 4th is 2 times 2, which is 4, times 2 more, which is 8. 8 times 2 more is 16. The 4th root is 16. If I gave the problem to you this way and I said, what's the 4th root of 16? We know that we're looking for a number that multiplies by itself 4 times and lands on 16. And we also, based off the math we just did up here, we know that that number is 2. So for that reason, I can say the 4th root of 16 equals 2. It's a little bit easier to just see that if I have something to the 4th power and I take that same root, the root and the power, basically, they're going to cancel each other out. Just the same way that a square and a square root cancel each other out, a 4th power and a 4th root cancel each other out. And that's how this is going to work out. So the final answer of this thing, just quick broad strokes, is take the number you have, break it down by prime factorization, rewrite it as a factorized form, and then see what you can simplify. They do get more complicated, but that is the general idea.